What is up, Vic gang? Welcome back to another video, another short update. So I've got a mukbang today. Well, it's not really a mukbang. It doesn't warrant a mukbang because I don't have enough food. So I'm on call this weekend, so I may need to step out. But if it does call, if it does ring, this is my celery juice. Again, I've been finding so many benefits with my skin drinking celery juice, and it also helps like clear your tummy as well. So that's always a plus. I didn't bring a knife for this. Anyways, I'm going to say my prayer and bless my food, and then I'll be back. Today I've got slow cooked lamb. It was cooking for about 10 hours. Sorry, 12 hours. Yeah, it was 12 hours. And then I just sprinkled some cheese on top. I mean, I'm trying to go dairy free, but I have like a little bit of cheese here and there, a little bit of dairy, because I like the Too Good yogurt. It's so good. Okay, I wasn't meant to open my fast this early. I still had like an hour to go. But I've been doing OMAD, guys. I don't know if you guys seen my my other mukbang, but I'm back on keto. Yeah, it's been about 7 weeks. Oh, 8 weeks. Next week will be the 9th week. And I won the challenge. You guys seen that I was on like a family Biggest Loser challenge with just my cousins and my sisters, my family. And I won. I lost the most percentage. It wasn't off like kilos. It was off body percentage because that made it fair for the people who were smaller. I won. So I thought I'd continue on with my keto stuff. I thought the challenge was a good kickstart for me, but I wanted to give you guys a short little update as well and answer a few questions that some people always ask. Some people want to know what medication I was on, and just off the bat, I'm not I'm not endorsing any of these medications or anything like that. I actually prefer you at least try an alternative route first and sort of use the medication as a last resort. But like, that's just my recommendation. You do you know your body better than anyone else. So I was on Clomid for I think it was like 3 months, and my body did respond to it in the sense that it started to ovulate, but nothing came of it. The only problem was that like my the side effects were just not worth it for me. I just got a big chunk of cheese. Oh, I haven't even told you what I'm eating. Yeah, so the lamb was slow cooked for 12 hours, and then I just fried up some broccoli, beans, mushroom, capsicum, and spinach on the pan. And yeah, sprinkled some cheese. So with my lamb, I always thought that you had to have liquid in the slow cooker, but that's not the case because all of the juices come out of the lamb and it cooks in its own juice. So I maybe drizzled like the tiniest bit of olive oil on it, then just chucked in half an onion and just halved, I can't think, garlic. Anyways, back to my story. So I was on Clomid for 3 months. Some would argue that that's not long enough to give it, really give it a chance, but it was long enough for me. I just didn't feel like the side effects were really worth it. I felt like crap all the time, craved all the time, constantly craving food all the time. And not just food, like all the bad food. I gained like 15 kilos in those 3 months. Just eating all the time. And yeah, that's why I decided to go a more alternative route and do what I'm doing now. So I see this really good naturopath. She's awesome. She's been helping me a lot with my period issues. And since my last video, my period finally stopped. It stopped like 2 days later or 3 days later. Like completely came to a halt. And I honestly, guys, on and off, I was bleeding like I bled for 10 weeks. Can you believe that? Like, I bled for 10 weeks, and out of the 10 weeks, probably 4 weeks of that was like very light spotting bleeding, but it was still blood nonetheless. So, since switching up my diet, going organic, I've seen a shift in my period health. It finally stopped. And the week that I took off to give my body some time to recoup, I feel like that really helped. So that was what I was doing. I was on Clomid. And basically what Clomid does is, like, for women who aren't ovulating, which is highly likely to be women who have PCOS, and that's why that's like the first go-to drug when you see a fertility specialist. They always offer Clomid first. But for somebody who has PCOS, we have like a hyper stimulated ovary, which is where your body just like keeps producing a lot of eggs, but none of them really go to a mature stage. And so you just have all of these eggs. And I don't really get what the purpose of Clomid is for someone who has PCOS, because if you think about it, Clomid, or clomiphene, which is the medical term for it, what it does is it hypersecretes your ovaries even more. The issue with people who have PCOS is that not the fact that they're not producing eggs. This is just my understanding. I'm not a doctor, obviously, but wouldn't the issue be that you're trying to get the eggs to a mature stage? And another thing that people asked was whether Aussie had been checked, because I'd never spoken about that. Oh, look at that cheesy goodness. And yes, that's obviously one of the first things they take you through, just to rule that out as an option or as an issue. So Aussie's has had his sperm checked, and it was really good. In the words of the specialist, really good. Much better than the average. And so I know that Aussie's okay. So that's one less thing we have to worry about. I forgot all the questions you guys asked me. I'm just trying to think of it off the top of my head. So my plan at the moment is just to continue with my current regime, eating healthy keto. And I know there's a lot of bad stuff out there in the media about keto being bad, but like I feel like there are different types of keto. Like there's a lazy keto, a dirty keto, and a healthy keto. And basically I just do the healthy keto, which is meat and veg, meat and veg, meat and veg. My carbs come from the vegetables that I eat. And the sugars, because a lot of people think you need sugar, to last. You don't. Your body makes its own glucose when it needs it. So it's been working well for me. In the last 8 weeks or 9 weeks, I've lost almost 18 kilos. And I mean, to be honest, the first 4 weeks was like really on and off. I was cheating every weekend. It was only until like I seen my naturopath, and she told me like I really got to get serious with my diet, because your diet directly impacts your health. So I'm really hoping this month at least I see a change. At least if my period just comes on time, I'll be happy with that. A lot of you guys always say that you're praying for me, and I really do appreciate it. It never goes unnoticed. I mean, if you're in this journey, it is a tough one. It's really tough, but I've embraced my journey. I'm running in my journey. When I first started these kinds of videos, I was really embarrassed. Even though I was uploading videos, I still was really embarrassed to talk about it, but I'm not embarrassed anymore. Like, there's better things in life to be embarrassed and worried about. It is what it is for me at this point. That's just how I see it. It is what it is. I'm just trying to have a baby. And I think I feel like this because I'm actually actively doing something about it. I feel like I'm getting closer to my goal. And so in the back of my mind, every day, I just try to control myself and just continue to eat right, exercise, and I believe with all my heart that it will happen. It may not happen when I want it to happen, but I believe with all my heart that it will happen. That's not my Encore phone. Well, if it's not my Encore phone, they can wait. I just believe that losing the weight, eating healthy, nourishing my body, giving my body what it needs rather than what I want, will truly affect a change. And I'll see changes. Maybe not straight away, maybe in the next 3 to 6 months, but if I stick to it, I definitely will see a change. It is hard. Don't get me wrong. It's not like an easy battle. It gets hard at times. My husband loves kids and all he wants is a baby. But he's been really supportive of me. He just wants me to get better. He encourages me all the time, especially when I feel like caving and I feel like just going back to my old eating ways. He always encourages me. And yeah, it's great to have that support. Oh, I'm full. Anyways, guys, that was like a short little mukbang, just a short little catch-up update. My period finally stopped. I'm on the road to better health and making babies. Anyways, guys, that's my video. I know these are like short and like kind of boring, but I'm trying to think of like other things to talk about. And it would really help if you guys actually told me what you want to hear. I appreciate the loyal subscribers on this page. You guys are awesome. And I really appreciate the ladies out there who always share their stories as well in my comment section. Ladies, don't give up. I'm praying for us. I'm praying that it finally happens. However long you've been trying, don't lose hope. Just keep trying until it's no longer possible. Because the worst thing that you could do is just give up prematurely and your blessings right around the corner. So it's never too late until it's too late, if you know what I mean. I love you guys. Until next time.